Oh, look at that, guys. Woohoo! Issue 44. We are almost to the halfway marker, guys. Because once we get to 50, we are pretty much going to be halfway through. So, without further ado, let's get on down to the bench because we're still working on our adventure this week of building the robocop leg with holster. Can't wait till we get to that gun, guys. But other than that, let's hop on down to the bench. So, we had a little bit of a question on how things are going to operate with this leg. Looks like we got some pieces here that are going to go into place, and we're going to be able to possibly lock this leg. But they give you a little image here of how it's going to come open, and then the gun's going to fit inside. So yeah, so we're going to just get on down with that. I'll flip the page real quick, give you a little snippet of what's coming. It's going to be a great day, guys, because it looks like we might actually be adding the holster itself for the gun. So the gun should be here soon. But other than that, guys, let's get on started. As you can see here, guys, this is our package. No plastic in here. All right, they just gave us the stuff. All right, well, that's for one half. Whoop-de-doo. Okay, so for step 1 and 2, okay, we're basically going to stick them inside an area here. Okay, so this spring tension here is going to go in to the leg, all right, right underneath this piece, but we're also going to be adding a spring, and that spring is basically going to sit right there. And then it doesn't, because it's not a long stem like they show in this image here, but that spring tension will be there. And then what we're going to do is we're going to put that in there, and then we're going to come to the other side, and when we go to that other side, we're going to be adding in a QP screw, okay? So this is going to be a bit of a tricky thing, okay? Okay, so that was a bit tricky, but it locks this in, which allows the leg to stay locked into place. Everything seems to fit just right, which is good. It's what we want, so that's really good. I'm glad that it fit nice and easy. I would expect this one to kind of just, come out a little bit more on this side than this one does, but that's just the way this one is. I don't understand that, but they don't. One sticks out longer than the other, and that's the way it says in the book. And so we're just going to keep it that way, guys. So we're going to move on real quick. These we're going to be adding is with some BP screws. These BP screws are right here. We're going to add them here and here. And what we're going to be doing with these BP screws is we're going to add them just like this. All right, you want to have that L shape facing the way that you see it here. And what's going to happen is it's going to go right over this little flap, okay? And it's going to help guide this piece up and down and keep our panel here from flying off the handles. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and put those BP screws on, and that'll complete us there for stage 5. And that's it, guys. It's all screwed in. Looks pretty sharp. One there, and it rides on. Quick little test run for us. Locks right out, and then when you push it back in, it locks right into place. All right, so there it is, guys. It's all set, all good to go, locked into place. Now we can move on to our next adventure. Is going to be stage 7. Okay, so we have our spring and we have our holster. Okay, what's going to happen is we're going to put our spring on last. Okay, first things first, though, we got to grab our little panel here. All right, and this has to go on. Now there's a big end and a little end, so we're going to make sure that we line that up. All right, there it is. Bam, it's locked in. Now that will supposedly lock our pistol in. Now in the picture it shows the spring is it's like this, but in reality it's like this. This is more like when it's closed. So don't be thinking that your spring is, all sprung out. Okay. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to stick this on top of that. Then we're going to bring our leg piece here. All right. Now that's for stage 9. Okay. In stage 9, we're going to put it inside the little hole here. Okay. I'm going to put it into this little hole here. This big hole. I don't know what it's for. Okay. No clue. All right. But we'll probably come to that here soon. So what's going to happen is you're going to go over to stage 10. When you go to stage 10, that's where we're going to get a DP screw, okay, which is this here, and it's got a little flat washer, and it's going to screw right into that little piece, allowing this to pop out once, once the leg opens out. So it's going to be kind of like a two-fold, it seems, and they're just going to pop out, all right? So let's go ahead and knock those stages out, and I will come back to you on step 11 here, because step 11 is going to be a big doozy, guys, in this episode. Folks, so it is in, and it's good to go. It's got that spring tension that we need. I put the screw in. Everything looks pretty snazzy. So as promised, now that we've got all that done, you're going to see it's kind of flimsy right now, so don't be discouraged. You didn't do it wrong. You did it right. Other than that, we're going now to attach this piece to the leg. So now I brought back the leg, and this is how we're going to attach it. All right. We have to first attach it to our little piece right here. So we're going to basically just line it up. All right. Kind of like this. Okay. And it's going to make it a lot easier for you. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and get those EP screws done in and show you it all. So our EP screws, they're put in. One's going to go here, one's going to go here. I thought they were going to go through here, but I guess not. So that's got to be going and attaching somewhere else. I'm thinking it's to the other side, because we're going to need metal to attach to this. I didn't think that this plastic would go there, but I'm so glad that it did not. So what we're going to do now is we're going to move on to step 13. All right, so now that we've gotten this attached, this is going to be the doozy part. This is where the final hurrah of this video is going to be pretty much set up. So let's get on with step 13. Okay, so with step 13, this is a bit of a doozy. Okay, first we got to open all this back up. All right, and then once we open this all back up, there's some connector ports, obviously. Okay, these three right here, they are going to connect into these pieces. All right, and then be screwed in the other way around, it seems. So they're going to be screwed in from the other side. Okay, so that's going to be a bit of a hassle, but that comes last. That's going to be down in step 15 when we start screwing these together. But for now, what we're going to do is we're going to keep it open, all right, and then we're going to attach this. So it's going to come over just like so, and then you're going to kind of line it up, okay? All right, it's going to line right up with those little holes. You're going to have to kind of eyeball it a little bit, all right, just like so, and then we're going to flip it over. Here's how everything's going to go. You're going to open up this just like you see me having it open up here. These three ports are going to go in, and they're going to go in through the three holes that are right here. And then you're going to screw them in on step 15 with some EM screws. On step 14, we'll do an EM screw, but that EM screw is going to go right in through here, because it has to be screwed in to this point over here. Now, as far as this goes, this is just going to rest on that little piece there. It's not even going to screw in. So that's an added bonus for us, okay? So for now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead. I have to release the pressure of this and pop this out, okay? So once this gets popped out, that gives you that space you need. right. Okay, this is a little bit more difficult than I thought by pushing that out. Oh, I already did that. My bad. All right, so now that it's popped out, all right, I'm going to go ahead, attach this onto here. And then once I attach this on, I'm going to screw this one in first, which will then help you to do the other three that are right here. And of course, this is how it looks in the book, just so you guys know. And then we're going to shoot on over to stage or step 15 here. And then I'll show you the end result, which is coming here shortly. Okay, so I put in a screw here, screw through here, screw through here, another screw through here, and we still have those EP screws that we did on the other side. This is with the leg wide open, okay? And if you look on the other side, this is the leg all closed up. You remember that little hole that we had right here? Yeah, that's your little button to open it up, I guess. You push that, and it's supposed to unlock everything. So, what I'm going to do, all right, as you can see, this kind of pushed out a little bit. Don't be afraid of that, okay? Because within step 16, what we have to do is basically just take this and we swing it around, okay? Once you swing it around, it's going to be all locked up and ready to go. We still have one more adventure to go before we end the week with this outstanding model, and we can't wait to show it to you. So other than that, guys, that is it for today, okay? And we'll see you on the next adventure here of building the legendary robocop. And if you like what you see, go ahead and hit like. If you want, hit subscribe. It's going to be here in the video link. You can have those two options, or you can watch our next available video. Other than that, guys, I got to go, so keep on modeling.